Alrighty folks, this is Alan recording another comprehensive Magic the Gathering Arena draft video. Let's just do another quick draft Ikoria Behemoth since I keep losing my gems for some reason. I guess I'm kind of losing my mojo and prowess at doing premier drafts, but anyways, yeah, let's just kind of revisit this set and just force some sort of a broken cycling deck. Shouldn't be too hard. And pack one, pick one, Ikoria Behemoths. Draft, what do we have the fine pleasure of opening? Not a bad rare to open. Gigan, Cyberclaw of Terror, can be played in blue or black. Even though the companion ability has nerfed, it's still like a 6-mana 6/6, which is a pretty decent body. And then being able to just have a nice 2-for-1 by putting a creature card with even convert mana costs from either graveyard can be quite great. And yeah, sometimes you might hit a bomb that the opponent has, sometimes you don't. It varies, but usually milling 8 cards, including your own, can usually find something. So Gigan is quite nice, which is basically essentially Gyruda, Doom of Depths, a Kraken, not a Godzilla character. And then looking at the uncommons, I'm a big fan of the Rooting Moloch in the cycling decks. And then at common, we do see a Firefinder, which does stand out as a nice creature that you can mutate onto and also helps you fix your draw steps and hit your land drops. But I think it's just between Rooting Moloch and Gigan. Pack one, pick one. And you know, Rooting Moloch would maybe kind of force the red-white cycling deck a little bit better. But I mean, I've been pretty impressed by the blue-red spells deck too. And even if we can still end up playing like red-blue cycling. And blue is a pretty strong color in this set, so I don't mind just pack one picking our rare here, which, you know, can have its powerful moments. Yeah, this card can sometimes just win you the game, and it's definitely very strong. But I'm definitely not going to build around it as a companion, because again, this is, if we do build it as a companion, this is going to cost 9 mana, which I don't think it's worth. I rather, at the end of the day, just end up drawing it. So yeah, let's take Gyruda here, and then second pick would be Rooting Moloch, which is a really good cycling card in the cycling decks. But let's try something different here, in case we don't end up in cycling. But if we do, like, this would be a miss. But I mean, yeah, I don't mind. This card is just really strong and also very unique playable that I haven't made a video about yet, and maybe we can end up in some sort of blue Reanimator deck. We'll see. And after first picking Gyruda, well, there's a Zenith Flare. So had we taken the Rooting Moloch, we would have been in better shape. There's also a really powerful card here too. Reptilian Reflections, also really strong in the cycling decks. If you want to stick with blue, of one mine is okay. Lava Serpent is okay, but yeah, Zenith Flare is just a mythic uncommon in this set. This is why this set kind of got ruined, because of cards like Zenith Flare. If I wanted to stay more open in the blue-red cycling deck, I would probably take Reptilian Reflection here, but yeah, Zenith Flare is just too good, and there's a lot of mana fixing this set, so we're definitely going to force the cycling deck here, and yeah, this card can just win you the game once you cast it, whereas a Reptilian Reflection is definitely powerful, but it can still get removed. But definitely a very strong cycling payoff card too, but not over Zenith Flare. And, we do see a Gopher Blood that can go well over Zenith Flare. However, if we want to just be a little bit more unique here, we could just end up in a blue-green cycling deck. I mean, blue-green mutate deck, so the Trumping Gnar can be kind of fun to play with. I guess there's also Essence Scatter, which is pretty nice as a best blue common, but I wouldn't take it over Trumping Gnar. So I think it's between Gopher Blood and Trumping Gnar. And given that I drafted the cycling deck a million times, I think we're going to try something different and try maybe the blue-green mutate deck, since we did pick up Gyruda. It's not going to get ourselves a Trumping Gnar, but it can be quite fun just building the blue-green cycling deck. And even if we don't end up in the mutate deck, we can always pick up the 1-mana cyclers later. So yeah, let's diverge here. Maybe we didn't mess up this draft yet, since, you know, Rooting Moloch and the Zenith Flare would be pretty busted, but now Gyruda and the Trumping Gnar can be kind of fun, so let's diversify a bit. Maybe just end up in blue-green mutate. And here we do see a decent mutate card too. Ivy Elemental can be quite nice. You can cast this as a 3-mana 2/2, and then you can mutate the Trumping Gnar on top of it, and it can regain some counters. No amazing cycling cards. Raking Claws. I guess there's a Swiftwater Cliff, so we just end up blue-red cycling. Blue-red cycling, splashing the Zenith Flare. but I'm kind of liking this Ivy Elemental here, and there's actually no 1-mana cyclers. Other close cards I wouldn't mind taking, maybe we can pick up an Almighty Brushwagg later, which is also a pretty nice mutate creature, since it can pump itself in the late game. But Ivy Elemental, you can cast it at any time, and it's a pretty decent mutate target. And in the late game, you can just cast this as a large creature. So yeah, maybe we just end up in Blue-Green Mutate. Haven't played this archetype as much, so it should be kind of fun. And Capture Sphere is quite nice, going to take it over the Humble Naturalist. Typically speaking, the Capture Sphere isn't amazing in the blue-red spells deck, but in a Mutate deck, this is where it's going to shine. Since you don't care too much about the instants and sorceries, I mean, this can trigger non-creature spells like the Pyroceratops, but overall in blue-red spells, you want mostly instants and sorcery. So yeah, I think I have to take the Capture Sphere over Humble Naturalist. Hopefully I can pick up a Humble Naturalist later. This can be quite nice to help me ramp into my Gigan. Cybercloth Terror, and still nothing amazing in cycling, so love seeing this Capture Sphere pretty late. And that's a pretty late Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. I mean, there's a chance we could still end up in blue-red spells, which I don't mind. Other than that, there's nothing amazing in the blue-green cycling deck. If I take the Dismal Backwater, maybe we end up splashing black for future Blood Curdles, but I haven't seen them get past pretty late. There's one of the Signpost uncommons for the blue-black Flash deck, but it doesn't come together a lot often, and the payoff is that you just cast one generic less, and at common there's not a lot of amazing payoffs for Flash spells. The best one is of course the Slither Wisp, but it's really difficult to build around. 1-mana Cycler could maybe get a Forbidden Friendship later if we still end up in blue-red spells, but I'm not going to take it over a Blitz of the Thunder Raptor. So yeah, Zenith Flare is still an option if we do end up in blue-red spells, and we can have a bit of a cycling sub-theme in it. So then we can still cast a Zenith Flare. So it's still on the table, so I'm not going to let go of cycling just yet. We'll take the Blitz as the best card in the pack. And there's a 1-mana cycler. There's also the Almighty Brushwagg, which is a good mutate creature. Could take a Swiftwater Cliff starting development, good in cycling, and also a decent spell to cast. But yeah, we'll stick with our mutate plan. I mean, seeing the Blitz late is a sign that blue-red spells is open, but I mean, again, I haven't drafted the mutate deck a lot, so I think I'll gamble on the Almighty Brushwagg, and yeah, we'll see. And hopefully we can still end up in blue-red spells, even though we're kind of avoiding it. So what else is here? Alert Heat Bonder pretty late. Don't know if I need it though. I mean, I don't really like Wing Terron. Most of these cards are just kind of bad. Could take a Blossoming Sands if I end up splashing white, maybe. If I end up in some sort of Bant Mutate deck, that can be kind of fun. Heat Bonder better if we're building the more Vigilance focused theme, but most Vigilance creatures aren't amazing. Unless we kind of get the Mentor to go of our Vigilance theme. I don't really see anything else amazing in this pack, so take a Blossoming Sands in case we open a nice white mutate creature. And then nothing else here in this pack. Maybe if we do end up with a bit of a human, non-humans theme, I don't mind taking a Survivor's Bond. And then none of these cards I really like. I guess I'll take a Sabertooth. And then, late Thieving Otter. Okay, this card is not bad in the mutate decks, especially if you pick up some Dreamtail Herons to mutate onto this. This can connect pretty nicely, and pretty decent the blue-red spells deck as a decent 3-drop, so don't hate it. Raking Claws would have also been fine, and Zagoth Crystal can allow us to maybe splash for black and maybe ramp into our Gigan, so I actually don't hate this as well. On turn 3, and then that's a pretty late Sanctuary Lockdown, but there's no way in hell we're going into humans. And a late Dismal Backwater if we want to go Sultai. So yeah, not a bad pack. We can either end up in blue-red spells, I imagine, or we end up in blue-green mutate. But again, I'm leaning more towards the mutate plan since I haven't showcased any of that yet. So yeah, we'll see. And yeah, there's a nice Sultai payoff card. I mean, yeah, it's nice, excellent for the blue-green mutate decks. Bioquartz Godzilla. And yeah, I don't mind splashing black for it. This card is a pretty nice mythic. There's also Flourishing Fox, which is also great. Dorat would help us for our blue-red spells deck if we want to go into the options. And the best common is probably just the Snare Tactician in this pack. But yeah, the Brokos Apex of Forever, Bile Quartz Godzilla is excellent. So now we have 2 Godzilla cards for our deck. But pack and pick one, it's kind of arguable. Like, it might be better to take the Flourishing Fox over Bile Quartz Godzilla, given how broken cycling is. But yeah, I mean, we are already kind of leaning towards the Mutate deck, so yeah, I guess we'll just end up in some sort of Sultai Mutate deck after picking this, and this can be kind of fun. Unfortunately, our Gigan isn't gonna get much back from the graveyard with what we currently have, because everything is odd cost, but still, it might get something from the opponents, and hopefully we pick up more even cost cards later. But Brokos can be very fun. I'm not a big fan of Charge of the Forever Beast, but I'll play it since we don't have much interaction outside of a single copy of Capture Sphere. There's also Excavation Mole, which can help us mill our Brokos, which can also have some synergy. Greater Sandworm, hopefully we can pick up one later, can be another good Curve Topper that we can also cycle on turn 2 if we pick up some Reanimator cards like Back for More or Unbroken Bond. Greater Sandworm can be quite exciting to play. There's also Savai Thundermane, so the red-white cycling deck is also kind of open, the Prickly Marmoset, so how we stick into a red-white cycling plan, we would have a Zenith Flare by now, a Flourishing Fox, Blitz of the Thunder Raptor, now Prickly Marmoset, and Savai Thundermane, but again, I've drafted that enough. I think we'll try something different. Let's just take the charge here, and hope for the best. Okay, I mean, Rumbling Rockslide's like the best common. I don't think we have enough humans for the O1 mine yet. Do I just take another Thieving Otter? I guess if we still end up in blue-red spells, I should just take the Rumbling Rockslide. Not sure here. Maybe if I pick up a Helm of Naturals, the O1 mine can be better. But yeah, after taking Godzilla, I think we just want to stick with blue-green. We could also just end up splashing red for the Rumbling Rockslide, in case we don't want to splash for Godzilla, but it's pretty nice if we can just cast Godzilla, to be honest. So I guess I'll take an O1 mine and hope for the best. And there's another Ivy Elemental. There's also Glimmer Bell, which is a pretty decent mutate target, and we don't currently have any 2-drops yet. I could still take the Ivy Elemental, which I think it's better than the Glimmer Bell, quite honestly, because again, we can play this anytime. Honey Mammoth, we could also just cast on turn 6 as has decent synergy with Gigan. There's another Rumbling Rockslide, so blue-red spells is definitely very open. But yeah, I guess I'll take another Ivy Elemental, and hopefully we just end up just drafting Mutate again. And then I'll take another Capture Sphere, wouldn't mind a Honey Mammoth too. Another Reptilian Reflection, so the bots don't respect cycling enough. So I wouldn't be surprised if we get run over. Could end up splashing black for the Space Godzilla. Or I guess there's a Skull Prophet, which is also pretty nice. Cavern Whisperer, pretty decent mutate card too. I mean, it's not going to be easy to cast, but it's decent to cycle. We're not really a Reanimator deck though, so not sure. Maybe I don't mind a Cavern Whisperer to mill ourselves with, or we could just end up in black-green mutate, and we can just take the Skull Prophets, although we do have double Capture Spheres, so never mind. Maybe I'll take the Cavern Whisperer, can be a decent mutate creature to cast on turn 4, and then hopefully we can end up splashing black for this Sultai mutate deck, which seems a lot of fun. And then I'll take a Dark Bargain here as a decent card draw spell on turn 4, so that we could splash for him. So hopefully that pans out. Don't like Crustacean, but I'll take it. Yeah, blue-red spells is very open. I don't mind a Gust of Wind too in these decks, even though we might not have. So now the Glimmer Bell looks a lot better in a deck like this. But yeah, hopefully we can find more cheaper creatures to mutate onto. Thieving Otter, another copy isn't too bad, and then maybe a main deck of Plummet. So yeah, I think blue-green Sultai is a little bit cut off, but hopefully we can pick up more creatures later in the next pack. But we definitely need to make them a priority. And Shark Typhoon is a nice bomb, although there's Unbreakable Bond, which is great, but I don't think I can say no to a Shark Typhoon. Obviously, we're not going to cast this, but just cycling this on turn 6 can make a 4/4 flyer. So I don't hate it. Unbreakable Bond would be great if we have more self-mill and we have pick up those giant serpents. But yeah, the Shark Typhoon is just a great card. Hopefully get an Essence. Maybe we can wield the Essence Scatter. We'll see. And Back for More is great. Okay, but there's also just Ram Through. Like, I don't think we have any ways. The only mill card is Gigan, so I don't think we're doing the Back for More game plan. But the Ram Through is just a premium removal spell in green, so I think we'll take it here. And then, do I just want a random Excavation Mole? I don't hate it. Although we do have a bunch of 3 already. I don't see what else we'd play. Like, I'd still play the Crustacean, maybe over Gloom Pangolin. So, not sure, but I'll take the Excavation Mole. And yeah, there's just not a lot of good Mutate creatures here. I don't think we're a tempo deck, so I don't think we're playing Reconnaissance Mission. I think I'll cut the Excavation Mole. And then now, yeah, don't mind me a Humble Naturalist on turn 2. Definitely good for our Mutate game plan, and just providing us mana can be nice. And then, yeah, I'll take a Glowstone Recluse. Can be another nice Mutate creature, a 3-drop. And you can also mutate with it. There's also another Humble Naturalist to go over of 1 mine. Evolving Wilds could be great, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We already have 6 non-creature spells, so do need to up our creature count. And this might be a 4-drop mutate creature. And then, yeah, don't hate Wolf Bear. Can be just a 4-mana 4/4. We don't have much humans, but a 4-mana 4/4 is still fine. And if we pick up another Humble Naturalist later, this is great, so don't hate it. And Evolving Wilds can help us fix for the Cavern Whisper and Bile Quartz Space Godzilla. Okay, don't think any of these matter. And then, okay, 13 creatures. Yeah, I don't think I need another Gust of Wind. I mean, we do need more playables, I guess, since we're kind of at 21 cards. Are we going to consider it Excavation Mole? I guess, I mean, the mana fixing is quite nice, but maybe I just need another copy of Gust of Wind. In this type of deck. Maybe I just still take the land and hopefully get more playables, which it doesn't seem like we're getting much. So yeah, this deck is a little bit awkward. Maybe the bots don't care, and then we'll just end up playing. Yeah, this deck doesn't look amazing, but hopefully it works. Definitely lacking one more playable. Maybe we just play the Survivor's Bond. Or we can splash for the Dark Bargain, which I don't hate. The Aegis Turtle can be a boring mutate creature we can cast early. Excavation Mole doesn't have synergy, so I don't think I want to play it. In terms of creatures, 14 creatures. So not a ton of creatures. I don't mind splashing black for the Dark Bargain. Maybe we just add the Survivor's Bond to bring back something from the graveyard. But by then I probably don't even want it. Yeah, not sure. Maybe just main deck a Plummet, since we're kind of weak to flyers. We have double Capture Sphere, and we have some decent interaction too. Charge, Ram Through, Frosting, so maybe we're fine dealing with flyers, or I can still just main deck a Sudden Spinnerets just as a random combat trick that can maybe catch a flyer off guard. Not sure. Convolute can play with our Capture Spheres maybe. I don't actually hate that, just having a Convolute in the deck. I don't think I'm going to play Adaptive Shimmer. It doesn't seem very good. Dark Bargain would mean we need to splash more. We don't have much card draw besides maybe the Thieving Otters connecting. In terms of our mutate creatures, 1, 2, 3. So we also don't have a ton of mutate in this type of deck, which is unfortunate. So not sure here. Maybe this deck just sucks and we just need to get a new deck. I don't know. I guess I don't mind the mana base. We definitely need like 8 blue sources and 8 green sources, so 6, 7, 8, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I mean, this already doesn't look bad. And 5 black sources. So if we're going to be playing 5 black sources, I don't mind just splashing for Dark Bargain and calling it a day. So let's try this deck out. And yeah, it could just be okay. So 8 blues. There's more like 9 blue sources and 8 green sources with especially with evolving wilds, and then 5 black sources. Maybe we don't need 5 black sources. Maybe we can end up easily cutting off a swamp, and then 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 5, 6, 7, 8, 6, 7. Yeah, this is 5, 6, 7, 6, 7. So we're kind of split. So we're favoring blue a little bit more. But yeah, we're favoring blue more, but might need the early green more, not sure. We should have enough to find our swamp. Maybe I just add in an extra blue and call it a day. Since we are at 12, 10, and then 4 black sources, 1, 2, 3. We don't even need to cast this Bios Quartz Spades Godzilla. We can just mutate with it, so yeah, let's try this deck out. I think it's okay. And then, yeah, I think the picture is fine. So, yeah, probably not going to get up to 7 with this type of deck since I didn't force cycling, but we'll see how far it goes. Okay, well, Trumping Gnar on 3 is okay. I mean, maybe we can find something to mutate onto it, not sure. We're on the play, so I think we'll try it, but this can go sour. I mean, if he kills this, it's still fine. Shark Typhoon we're probably going to cycle since we don't have a lot of non-creature spells to go with it. But I'm hoping for maybe land 4, so Black-Red Sacrifice, pretty decent archetype. Cathartic Reunion to start with. So probably, I don't know if he needs to discard the hand size, probably not. So it's still 7. Okay, so that's not bad. Cavern Whisper, and we get a land we can mutate onto the Trumping Gnar and start making 3/3 tokens. If not, we can still play out Exuberant Wolf Bear. We still have a long way to go with our expensive cards, so probably see a Fire Prophecy. No Fire Prophecy, we can still attack into that. Okay, I don't mind just casting Frostlings. Like, cycling is also decent, but I'm going to take my gamble and hopefully get a land next turn to mutate onto the Trumping Gnar, So Black-Red Sacrifice, unfortunately he's unable to enable a token, so dead weights, that's fine. Hopefully he doesn't find Fire Prophecy for the Trumping Gnar. But he's definitely playing the Black-Red Sacrifice deck in perfect. Let's mutate here and get some value. And attack for 4. And he also has to discard a card, so yeah, happy that I splashed for the Cavern Whisper. Could maybe see Mutual Destruction on it, which would be unfortunate, but still made a 3/3, so mutating wasn't that bad. It's still a fine 2-for-1 since I still get a 3/3 back from this, but I can easily see a Mutual Destruction killing this next turn. Boot Nipper has Death Touch, so I'll probably just attack with the 3/3 and maybe offer to trade. Yeah, the Zagoth Crystal isn't bad. I can maybe turn 6 Gigan with it, so could just cast it here since I'm missing my land drops. And then maybe just stay back since I don't really want to trade my Cavern for a token and a Boot Nipper, and the 3/3 he can just double block, so we can maybe cast our Gigan on turn 6 and go from there. Could have also Capture Sphered this and maybe attack with the Cavern Whisper. But then he can just quad block. I'll just kill like Night Squad Commando and Dinosaur, which I don't think is that great. But opponent is missing his land drops too. Removal spell like Ram Through would be pretty nice too. So glad I teched this card in because again I'm missing my land drops. We are running 17 lands, but this is just nice flood insurance. I mean, this is a way to stop screw, and even if you flood you can cycle, so not bad. A first striking Death Toucher, that's not easy to deal with. I guess it's fine locking this down then eventually. Okay, land isn't bad. I guess I can just cast Gaiga in here and get his Sanctuary Smasher. So that's pretty nice. I guess it's only the 4. Let me see. I guess I get nothing. That's bad. We'll say go. But at least this is a 6/6 that can apply some pressure. And then I'll just Capture Sphere this and start attacking with Gaigan the turn after. Funny enough, we don't have a lot of even cost creatures in our deck. But we did mill a Weaponize, which wasn't too bad. Which is a definite key component in the Black-Red Sacrifice decks. I can also see him like holding up so yeah, probably Capture Sphere won't be great in this against him because he's probably just going to sacrifice with it, so. Luckily he doesn't have any Menace creatures to give the tentative connection discount, but I can see myself using Capture Sphere here and then he just forces some sort of sack, so not in the best position here. Thieving Otter, not bad too. The Cavern Whisperer doesn't seem great. He's probably going to chump with the 1/1. Do I just cycle this Shark Typhoon end of turn and make a 4/4? I guess I'll do that. And then we'll just say go. No reason to attack here. The Boot Nipper is back on defense, but I just wanted to blow off all of his removal spells first. He's probably enabling something here. This is a pretty strange attack. I assume he has Death Touch, so probably no blocks. Yeah, I don't care here. He can attack. I think I'll win the race, so I'm fine taking 4. And then if he... I guess I can Capture Sphere to Boot Nipper now and attack, so... Yeah, let's just try that. Since he just attacked, so now he's kind of... He's going to have issues interacting with my creatures. Since these are all tapped, and then... I can swing out, and then I can still double spell here. Thieving Otter into Exuberant Wolf Bear is great. So let's just get in. I guess he could have the flash creature that kills something when it dies. So I think he was trying to enable the girl that kills things when things die. So not sure. You probably see end of turn. The one that assassinates damaged creatures. Yeah, Lurking Deadeye. Forgot about the name, but at least we got in a good chunk of damage, and then we still have a nice ground board on defense, and then to Shark Typhoon we can cycle. I don't mind a trade here since the 2/2 is never getting across. And then we can still attack next turn. Call, okay, I think that's okay. I mean, I don't need to attack on the ground now. I can just stay back and cycle a Shark Typhoon end of turn. We'll just say go. And how much can I cycle for? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I can make a 6/6 Shark Typhoon and just end the game if the opponent decides to tap out. So I'm hoping he just taps out here. Guess I'll block the 2/2 if he decides to attack with it. Because I just want him to use his mana in case he has like a Blood Curdle, so I'll happily block it with the 3/3. That's fine. I guess now he shields down on Blood Curdle, so... I think this will end the game unless he has something, so... Yeah, let's just cycle this. And I think 6 is the correct amount, yep. And the opponent doesn't have a way to deal flyers, so this should be perfect. And then we'll just attack for 6, and we got him. Yeah, Aegis Turtle doesn't seem great, but I still need a creature in this deck, so... I mean, might just be even worse than having like a survivor's bond, so not sure. It's a pretty bad card. Like, I'd rather have the egg that gains counters when it mutates. So, not sure here. Like, it's not like we're lacking mutate creatures, but we could, like, turn one Aegis Turtle and we need something to mutate onto it. So, and with 14 creatures, I think I need to mutate. So, as much as I hate it, I think we have to play it. So, we'll keep playing. Otherwise, there's really nothing else in my sideboard that I care too much about. Alright, Thieving Otter on 3. We don't have black. We do have Charge to go along the Cavern Whisper, so maybe that can clear a path. We'll try it. It seems okay. Not the best opening hand, but definitely feasible. This isn't going to do anything. It's just an alternate mutate target in case the Thieving Otter dies. And then we'll play the tap land, so that's nice pickup, so we can mutate onto Thieving Otter or the Aegis Turtle, depending on which one we prefer. Just take one. So blue-black mutate deck, perhaps. You could have the Flash Snake, but we'll see. Thieving Otter is fine for now. He could counter it with Essence Scatter, but nope. We'll see. Okay, he has the Flash Snake, so this card I think I need to kill. So I'm hoping he doesn't have any counter spells, but he's probably keeping them up. Guess maybe I can take a turn maybe mutating the Cavern Whisper onto the Thieving Otter. Because there's no reason for him to main phase anything here. If he does main phase something, I don't mind just killing this. Yeah, I'm probably going to kill this now with the charge, otherwise it's going to get out of hand. Yeah, that's fine. I don't mind him casting this. Yeah, let's just cast a charge now. Reveal the Cavern Whisper and kill this. Of course, the opponent gets to drain me because of Bastion, but I still have the wall up. And this card can get out of hand, so... Omnis Seas, okay, that's a scary card too. Luckily, we have Capture Sphere to answer it. I can make him discard by mutating the Cavern Whisper, but he's probably keeping up an Essence Scatter, I feel like, so... ooh, Godzilla? Maybe Godzilla's just better here. Yeah, I don't mind just getting countered. Because I can just keep bringing it back. And this also has Trample. So this is going to be a pretty nice creature. Okay, a Heartless Act. Okay. I mean, I can still mutate him from the graveyard, right? I mean, I guess I can... Yeah, I had to cast the mutate ability, so I would need a creature to mutate onto. I can Capture Sphere to Cavern Whisper, so... Do I want to take 4 here? That's the only question. Probably not. I think... Not sure here. I'll be taking a bunch of damage. Do I care? I mean, it's going to take him a long time to get the Omnisci, so I think the Capture Sphere main phase is correct. And then hopefully I can maybe top deck a small creature to mutate the Godzilla onto. And I can win that way, we'll see. Okay, Necropanther bringing back Slither Wisp is pretty annoying, but hopefully he ran out of flash spells. Guess I'll discard an island, so glad that I kept that up. I mean, he's still 2 for 1 himself because he did mutate on... I mean, it's a 1 for 1, but he literally just swapped it. Okay, that's a good one. Yeah, this is a very good creature. Not going to say no to Trumping Gnar, and then we can mutate onto it next turn and make 3/3s. Nope, no need to block. And then we can mutate onto this and even trade for the Slither Wisp next turn. Aegis Turtle, it's just going to buy him some time. I could also just mutate onto the Trumping Gnar just to make him discard the final card, which I don't hate. Yeah, maybe I'll just try that. And then we can still trade for the Wisp. And then I can still attack for 4 since this has Menace. And if he double blocks, I'll just kill the token, but then I can just mutate Godzilla onto this. We'll see. I'll kill the token, I'm fine with that. I mean, it has to die eventually. But I'll happily trade for the Slither Wisp. So nothing, so that's not bad. Okay, Humble Naturalist, and this could be a combo. Do I prefer that? Maybe I just want to get some mutate value. Or maybe not. I mean, this is going to equate to a lot of damage. I can make another 3/3. Yeah, I guess I don't hate that. Because I just need to end the game quickly. And even if he's going to discard at this point, he's probably just going to play it out regardless. So, and like these 2 creatures are also good mutate targets. So, even if he finds a way to kill Godzilla, it's not going to be easy. So yeah, we got him. So glad you didn't see any insane cycling decks so far. Everyone's trying out some other weird shenanigans. I guess the first deck we played against was a pretty common archetype, but this one was a weird mix of like blue-black flash plus sacrifice plus omnises, so plus mutate. It was a weird combination, so that wasn't too difficult to defeat. And this is definitely a set where you need to understand the archetypes. It's not by color, but just by theme, mostly. So, yep, opening hand. Okay, we were kind of the same thing as last turn, which isn't bad. Thieving Otter on turn 3, but I'll try it. Hopefully we don't get run over. Okay, that's a nice creature to mutate onto, but we do need black mana for it, so we'll see. And the corpse turn, so Reanimator, but he did mill his Unbreakable Bond, so we'll just cast this. And then maybe we can cast a Trumping Gnar next turn, or Thieving Otter. Like, Thieving Otter would be nice if it connects, so maybe don't mind casting the Thieving Otter. Does Zagoth Crystal also allow me to mutate onto the turtle on turn 4? Not sure, but I mean, connecting with the Thieving Otter next turn would be quite nice, but maybe we still try to get some value by casting this instead. I mean, not value, but get this out ASAP. And then we can maybe lead with the Trumping Gnar or Thieving Otter, because we can eventually mutate with the Trumping Gnar instead, because he can easily just play a creature here. Okay, so opponent is playing a bunch of card draw spells. So we know about these 2 cards. So I can easily infer that the Thieving Otter is not going to get past, but Trumping Gnar looks very good. I mean, I could just cast the Thieving Otter and mutate onto it with Cavern Whisperer, but maybe Trumping Gnar is better because I can just Actually, I could... No, this costs 5 to mutate, so the Cavern Whisperer mutating onto this can be really nice. But maybe I want to mutate on the Thieving Otter because the turn 6 Leech can be a problem. Brushwag, okay. Yeah, it's kind of questionable what I want to do here. The mutate is pretty nice, so I guess I'll risk it. I can make him discard and also make a 3/3, so that's not bad. And he discards probably his worst card in his hand. The Blitz Leech is going to be a problem though. Push Me Poacher is also a problem, so maybe we just need to fly over, but maybe I should have Thieving Otter because drawing the card could have been better. Since I can always mutate the Trumping Gnar into something else and make a 3/3. So maybe this wasn't correct. I think this is a little bit too all-in. Since if he has a removal spell, this can be problematic and the 3/3 doesn't get past the 2/4. So yeah, probably wasn't correct going this route, but Gust of Wind is pretty nice, so I can gust away the Bush Me Poacher and get in for a nice attack. Also drawing a card too, so yeah, let's try it here. Yep, and we also have Gigan to maybe fetch us something, but we can attack with both of these here, and I don't mind a double block on the 3/3. Take 7, that's good. So getting in a good chunk of damage too. Also glad that I played a Zagoth Triumph, so he does have Blitz Leech at instant speed, so we need to be aware of that. The Thieving Otter is not going to line up well, so I'm probably going to have him use it on one of our creatures instead, if he goes for it. Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, that's going to end badly for me. Fighting the Cavern Whisperer. Okay, so maybe we need to win by flying over now. Ooh, Space Godzilla. Unfortunately, that's not going to get past anything. I think I'm going to cycle the Shark Typhoon and get a 4/4 flyer end of turn. Or just cast Gigan and do nothing. Because I'm not sure how I'm going to get past Space Godzilla. Maybe we just say go and then we can just take 8 and then cycle this and start attacking for 4 in the air. The turtle can still hold off the Brushwag. You can start gaining life with the Bushmeat Poacher too, so we're kind of in a pickle unless we can deal with this. So we need like a ram through maybe. We can block and then ram through this away. I guess I'll take 8. And then hopefully he doesn't have ram through up. Otherwise it's just game over, I think. Yeah, let's just cycle this for 4 and hopefully close the game out in the air. So yeah, maybe I should have played Thieving Otter and mutate and draw a card instead, because now I got 2 for 1 pretty badly. And then now I could just mutate the Godzilla onto Turtle and attack, which I also don't mind because that would get in a lot of damage as well. 8, 9, 10. It's a little bit scary, but I think I go for it. That's 4, that's 3. I mean, this will block out the 3/3, so maybe I need the chump. Yeah, let's just go for it here. I think it is correct. Or just fine attacking for 4 and making a giant Ivy Elemental, or just Gigan maybe. Maybe Gigan is okay. This would be lethal, so I think I have to go for it. And even if he kills this, I can just... And I'm just going to send these 2 because I might need to chump the 8/8. Let's see, if he chumps with this, then he's dead, so I might as well send in the 3/3. Okay, let's go for it. This can be a little bit risky, but I think I go for this. Yeah, I think he's forced to chump here because... Yeah, because if he doesn't, then he's gonna die, so this is not bad. So that was a nice call, bringing out the Battle's Court Space Godzilla and forcing the opponent on defense. So now he needs a removal spell for my flyer or he's dead. I can also just make a 1/1 Ivy Elemental here. This just a chump. Because this, yeah, this does indicate maybe lethal, so maybe just a 1/1 Ivy Elemental is okay. To chump the 8/8. And maybe the flyer can get us in for lethal. And Leaf does cast a... Okay, oh wow, a lifelinker. Yeah, that's bad. I guess I'll just have to swing back and take out the Dustfang Mentor, but that's a lot of life. He can pump the Almighty Brushwag. So probably going to attack with a Flyer, Godzilla, and maybe cast Gigan to maybe find a creature from the opponent's deck as well. Of one mind to draw some cards. Yeah, I think we need the Godzilla here. Let's do it main phase. I mean Gigan here. And then we can find an Exuberant Wolf Bear, which isn't bad. And I think I'm sending in the team. Actually, he can block this and pump, so never mind. So maybe that was a wrong call. But I think this does pressure the opponent more. This was probably the wrong attack because he can block and pump and then he's going to fall to 1. I can still take 8 and then swing back. I don't have to chump next turn. So maybe I can just take 8 back. And then hopefully close out the game next turn with everyone. Yeah, he's probably going to go for the pump, which I'm okay with. And then I can still take 8. The Gigan can hold off the Almighty Brushwag still, so I guess he's fine falling down to 1. I guess he wants to keep up mana for something. Could see an end of turn flash creature to take out the 3/2. I guess he's going to give Menace to the Space Godzilla, but that's fine. I was hoping something like this would happen, but hopefully I can swing back and get him. He probably has a Blitz Leech on defense as well, so probably going to take 8 here and hopefully not die. And maybe go for an all-out attack next turn. He's going to be at 9. He flashes into Blitz Leech, can give neg 2, neg-0, and then chump the 6/6 or the 3/3. So not sure. Maybe the of one mind can find me something. Okay, I guess I can cast the Humble Naturalist first. And then now I can cast of one mind for 1 mana. Okay, that's not going to do anything. I guess I'll just cast land. So if I attack with Fall, it's probably not going to end well. So maybe I just am forced to just... Okay, so he can flash in the Blitz Leech. Which isn't good. Neg 2, neg-0, block something, chump. Yeah, I think I need to attack with the Flower and maybe force a double block on Space Godzilla. And then maybe bring him back, mutate him. And win that way. He can end the turn kill the Thieving Otter, which I'm also fine with. I mean, I need to bait out the Leech eventually. So I'm probably going to double block the Space Godzilla, and then he can make this into a 9/9, so I'm probably going to block with Space Godzilla and the Beast. And then hopefully win the game by flying over. I guess I can also mutate onto the Wolf Bear and make Humble Naturalist into a 6/6. So that's also a pretty decent option. But in this circumstance, I definitely need to play defense here. And I'm not going to go for any insane quad blocks because Space Godzilla needs to die. Hopefully no removal. But definitely a close match. Made some questionable decisions in the early game. The Trumpling Gnar I don't think should have been played, since it could have been a way to mutate and to generate more 3/3s. But probably double blocking Space Godzilla. And he can make this into a 9/9, so... I mean, I'm hoping this goes well. I'm not going to put the Exuberant Wolf Bear because I think it's a little bit important. Okay, so he's going to attack with both of these. Yeah, I'm definitely double blocking. Hopefully this pans out. If not, I can still mutate Godzilla next turn and maybe still double block. But I'm hoping he has nothing and he's just holding priority with the Dustfang Mentor and the Durable Coil Bug, so... Just pump once, please, and then pass. It's very close. Okay, that's fine. And then we can still mutate Space Godzilla. Ooh, that's a scary card, Greater Sandworm. So I need to double block that too. So now what do I do? Guess I'll attack him for 4 in the air, and then... Yeah, unfortunately, I can't block it with the Thieving Otter, so I might as well mutate onto it. And maybe double block it, and then attack for 4 in the air. And then just win the game by playing defense for now. Definitely need to double block Greater Sandworm and maybe chump the Leech. And then maybe kill him with the Flyer. But I'm not going to trade the Flyer because I need a win condition here. So probably going to chump the Blitz Leech and then double block Greater Sandworm if he attacks. And then maybe we can mutate Space Godzilla back onto Exuberant Wolf Bear. And have another 6/6 out. Okay, I guess this is a problem. So if I sacrifice the Humbled Naturalist, I'm forced to chump. So that's not great. So maybe I'm forced to sacrifice a Shark now. So I can at least double block the Greater Sandworm. So, yep. We are going to lack a win condition, but maybe we can trade for the Greater Sandworm and go from there. Say go. Still have charge of the Forever Beast, but that's not going to do anything. So I guess I'm dead if he just does an all-out attack because I'm forced to chump the Greater Sandworm. So I'm hoping the opponent just stays back here. And he does, so we'll keep staying back with two lands in our hand. He could have killed me by now with an all-out attack because I will be forced to again double block this. But if he finds removal for Godzilla, it's just game over. And there it is, so yeah, good games. Yeah, definitely questionable game match here. I think I messed up, so I'm probably not gonna, hopefully not end up doing that again. But yeah, definitely gonna save the Trumpling Gnar for later and mutate onto the Thieving Otter, since I lost a ton of value getting 2 for 1 with that bad mutate option. But definitely possible for me to have won that game if I made better choices. Brushwag on one, not bad. And then we can Frostlinks and maybe make a giant Ivy Elemental. This is an okay hand. Maybe I can even draw to find a mutate creature on turn 3. Humble Naturalist would be amazing on turn 2 since I can cast a 1 for 1 mana next turn. But we'll see. And nope. Not going to make a 1/1 Ivy Elemental. I think that's a little bit undervalue. Save the Frostlings to maybe get in a huge attack eventually. Okay, just cycling a Greater Sandworm, pretty strange, but it's still possible. Okay, that's pretty nice. So I can play out Humble Naturalist here, cast an Overwhelm Mine for 1 mana, which is amazing, and then also hit my land drops. So that's great. So eventually in 2 turns I can cast a Gigan. I can even make a 4/4 Ivy Elemental next turn and even pump Almighty Brushwag. So that's pretty good. Charge. Do I just kill this now? I can get a pretty insane 2-for-1. I can always attack with the Almighty Brushwag. I actually don't mind him mutating onto this because I do have Gigan saved up, so maybe I just make a 4/4 Ivy, and if he blocks the Brushwag, he'll be taking a ton of damage, so... Are you serious? Okay, he doesn't block. That's good, and then I'll make a 4/4 Ivy Elemental, which I think is pretty reasonable in this board state. And then we'll just take out the 2/2 maybe if he mutates onto it next turn, so we get a pretty nice 2-for-1 with the charge. I'd probably have to use charge early because he's probably gonna... Yeah, I probably need to use charge early to take it out. I can also just Frostlings here in charge. Anyway, which doesn't seem bad. Let's take out, yeah, the Boar, I think. Revealing Gigan. And I can also get him for 5 here, or just... I mean, I can get him for 6, or do I want to get him for 4? Yeah, let's just Lynx now. He could also have an annoying large blocker when he mutates next turn, so I might as well get him for 5. And then Gigan can maybe find me something from his deck off the top, which would be amazing. Cycling a Lava Servant isn't going to do anything. I don't understand how people have cycling cards in their deck without any cycling payoffs or synergy. It just doesn't make sense unless you're reanimating, which you would need to pay black for, so... Okay, Mentor's okay. I think it's time for us to just Godzilla here. I could also attack with a Brushwag, so I don't mind just sending in the Brushwag as well. Might as well gain the extra point of damage, because he knows we're not... he knows we can pump at instant speed. And let's bring our big boy. And cross our fingers. Nothing. Yeah, that's really bad, but... I mean, it's still 6/6. So, I mean, there was a chance, but honestly, the opponent's deck is also now very good. Lost a Ram through, but hopefully I do have double Capture Sphere still as interaction, so this could be okay. Can still cycle the Zagoth Crystal, so don't care about that. That's going to hold off my 6/6 and maybe do some sort of double block. Maybe I'm fine just flying over at this point. Ooh, Capture Sphere, not bad. So that's not bad. Let's just use Capture Sphere. And then we can send in... Yeah, I don't mind a trade here. I'm fine killing off his... Maybe it's better to kill the Symbiote so he doesn't gain a million life. I could have also swung out. He hasn't... I haven't seen any Mutate creatures yet. So maybe still killing the Mentor is correct. Not sure. Yeah, let's kill the Symbiote. I think it could be more of a nuisance, since I don't want him gaining the extra life, and I can just rather just swing out and win next turn that way. And this doesn't provide him with any Mutate targets, so the Essence Symbiote is, I guess trading wasn't that bad, but still got him for 6, which is quite a lot of damage. And this can trample over for 1, so I could just swing out next turn. Yep, let's just play land, and let's swing out. I don't think... And even if it doesn't go according to plan, we can still cycle a Shark Typhoon. Fully grown, don't think I care because he's at 1. Trade, I don't care, this is still a lethal. So if he even blocks Gigan, I'm still in good shape. If he has a removal spell, I'm still in great shape. I might as well impress him by cycling a Shark Typhoon for 4. Yeah, good games. So even if we survived this, I could have had a 4/4 end of turn to win the game. So yeah, not bad, 3-1. Let's get a better record going. But this is another game where our Gigan missed, so there's definitely a problem if you don't have a lot of even cost creatures in your deck. Probably could have drafted a more broken cycling deck, but this is still fine. Alright, so I don't think we're keeping this. We do have a turn 4 Exuberant Wolf Bear, but it's not guaranteed that I will get my Humble Naturalist. Naturalist would be pretty amazing, of course, but these spells are kind of clunky, and this is expensive, so I'll mulligan here. This hand isn't as amazing as the last one, but still fine. I think I'll try it, and then what do we bottom? Shark Typhoon I think is too good. Maybe just bottom the Frostlinks, and that's fine. We can fetch our green source with the Evolving Wilds, maybe turn 3 Trumping Gnar, and hope for the best. Even have a charge on turn 3 to play as defense. Find our green source now since we have all of our colors. Could see maybe opponent is keeping up Essence Scatter. Ooh, Dismal Backwater, nice top deck. So now I get my tap land out of the way, and we have all of our colors. Cycling Easy Prey, okay. Don't know if I want to play Trumping Gnar, I think it's okay. I do want to follow with an Exuberant Wolf Bear though, but this charge will be pretty bad. I guess I could just charge this now. And then next turn I can play Almighty and Trumping Gnar all in one, or just play out the Exuberant Wolf Bear. I mean, this card isn't scary, to be honest, so might want to use the charge on something else. So maybe just casting the Trumping Gnar is fine, and then I can decide next turn if I want to use charge on this or something else. Not sure. I mean, I can use charge now. Next turn, Trumping Gnar. Nah, let's just play the Trumping Gnar. I don't think this is a problem. And he can kill the Trumping Gnar, that's fine. Maybe I can find a bigger creature for this charge, because I do need to use it, otherwise it's just not going to gain a ton of value. Thieving Otter is a problem, especially with the Phase Dolphin. It's a pretty insane combo. So do I just kill it? Of when mine isn't bad. Phase Dolphin's going to be pretty annoying here. So do I just kill the Phase Dolphin and play out the Brushwag? Or just kill out Thieving Otter instead? I think... This is hard. This is going to gain him a bunch of cards. This is just a bad card, but I do need to get past it eventually. Yeah, let's take out the Phase Dolphin. I think it's a correct time to just do so. And then we'll stay back with Trumping Gnar to hold off the Thieving Otter. But I wouldn't be surprised if he mutates onto this next turn with maybe a Dreamtail Heron, so... So could have the Exuberant Wolf Bear this turn if I used the earlier, but now this is very annoying, so I think I'm forced to play the Wolf Bear to hold this Otter off. Green mana would be great so I can double spell. Ram Through would also be great. Humble Naturalist, that would have been amazing. I mean, this can still hold off the 2/2. I guess I can cast Humble and then also of 1 mine. So that's also great. Yeah, for 1 mana, that's pretty efficient. And then I can still block the 2/2, so I'm probably going to block it next turn. If he wants to use a removal on the Humble Naturalist, that's fine. I'll take 2. but at least it still holds off the 2/2, and he wouldn't attack into the Wolf Bear anyways. So, see. Dreamtail Heron unmutated. Okay. I think he should have mutated. Maybe this would have been a better option just to draw him a card, but this is fine. No land. A little bit annoying. I can still ram through maybe with the Exuberant Wolf Bear next turn and cast the Almighty Brushwag. Or the Turtle. I guess the Turtle is pretty good here, since the Turtle is can really block everything off, so the Turtle doesn't seem bad. And then I might as well play out the Wolf Bear to set up a good attack next turn, and then we'll say go. And then there's no way he's getting past. He needs 3 removal spells to get this Thieving Otter going, so some sort of Esper Mutate deck, which is kind of funny. I think I'm fine with this getting mutated onto, because I'll just ram through this away. And with one blue mana, I don't think that's going to affect me that much, so... He does draw a card, which I don't care about. But him mutating on the Otter would have been very deadly. Okay, do I just ram through now? I think I'm fine attacking with both of these and keeping the 3/3 back. And then keeping up ram through for now, so let's go for it. I mean, 8 damage is a lot, so I think I'm going to allow this to happen. And then if he tries anything here, I can just ram through in response, so not bad. Do I want to kill this? I think I'll keep up ram through maybe. Or maybe I'm fine taking another 3 and casting maybe the Thieving Otter and Brushwag. Maybe that's okay. Just cast a bunch of stuff. And then I'm still fine taking 3 because I am outracing this Dreamtail Heron. Wow, that's a huge attack, so probably fine blocking here, and blocking here. Blocking here is better. No, actually, I do want to take out the Thieving Otter here. That's a pretty interesting attack. Does he have a board wipe? Maybe an extinction event? Just a dead weight? Okay, that's nothing. No biggie. Yorion, I guess he's gonna flicker everything. Alright, so he gets to bring back his mutate creature, but it's still... Don't know if I can fight off Yorion. It's pretty large. Guess he's gonna keep the bear tapped. Ooh, Frostlinks isn't bad, so yeah, I could just Frostlinks and kill the Heron, which is also not a bad idea. And I could just double block. I'll keep up ram through in case something was to happen. We'll say go. Yeah, we'll just ram through this away. Or I can take 3. Yeah, let's ram through. I can't afford to take all this damage. It's just not good for me. And then do I just attack? I do want to just attack and make a 4/4 Ivy Elemental. I mean, that doesn't seem like a bad idea. He can block here. Maybe I just attack with... these 4. Maybe this is fine, and I'm fine trading for the Insatiable Hemophage. And then I'm fine if the opponent wants to take 4. Okay, definitely gonna kill the Polywog Symbiote, I think, which is a scarier target for sure. That can allow him to loot, so I think this is the best option. And I can still make a 4/4. It's not gonna attack past the Yorion, but it's still more bodies on the battlefield in case he attacks, and I can swing back for more. So this is a problem. Ooh, gust of wind, not bad. Think I'm just gonna attack here. And the trade is fine, since now I can just bounce back Yorion back into his hand, and then force him to recast it. And then hopefully Gigan can maybe hit something nice. This is just to buy time, of course. But he doesn't have any enter the battlefield effects anymore. And he's at 7, so he's just casting a giant blocker, which I should be okay dealing with. Capture Sphere would be great off the top. And I still have some removal. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. Shark Typhoon is great, but it's just going to become a 3/3 flyer, which I'm not even sure if I want, so I think that's fine discarding Shark Typhoon. And I'd rather just cast Gigan here. If I attack with all, let's see, he blocks the 4/4. I mean, this is a lot of damage, so I think I'm fine attacking with all. He can block the Ivy Elemental, but then the Almighty Brushwag I can still pump and put him down to 1, so he would need to deal 2 damage to me to win the game, which I'm not even sure if he can, so this is fine. I guess that's 4, never mind. That was lethal, never mind. So Almighty Brushwag saves the day. And now we're 4-1. Kind of a interesting matchup. The opponent did keep up a lot of mana, but I think he was just flooding. Didn't see any instant speed interaction, which was quite concerning, especially against a blue player. So we really are getting kind of lucky here, since no one's drafting the cycling decks, which I think is a huge mistake. If you're going to do quick drafts, you should kind of just force cycling, just to cheat yourself some gems. But, you know, this is a really fun video. Not often that I get to showcase another archetype in the set. Well, we just need green mana for Humble Naturalist. Do I still risk it? Probably not. We have turn 1 Aegis Turtle. But if we don't ever get green mana, this is going to be a troubling hand. I mean, I could still try it. We're on the play. Yeah, we'll risk it. Just need green mana for Humble Naturalist, but I think this hand can be pretty nice if we can get turn 1 Aegis Turtle into Humble Naturalist. So we'll just risk it for the biscuit. That's what they say. And we also have Gigan on turn 6, so... Alright, at least we got our blue mana sorted out. I could even just cycle Shark Typhoon next turn for 1. If we don't think we can hit our land drops, but... So a black-green Reanimator. Hopefully not the same opponent, and here is our green mana, so... Recluse is not going to do much, so I think I'll just cast a Humble Naturalist. And maybe we can turn 5 Gigan and steal an even cost creature from his deck. So I think this is the same guy because it's kind of like the same deck. And we lost to this opponent too, since he had a giant lifelinker. So do I mutate onto this? It's not bad. If I mutate onto this, it's still I think it's still fine since it's still like a nice creature I can attack with. It will lose counters eventually, but man, let's mutate. Let's get in an attack because right now he's just grinding for value. I just want to get in for some damage in the meantime. Probably needs to set up a creature to double block this. Brushwhack can pump itself, I guess. Memory Leak, that's not bad. That can take out Gigan, but I'll be able to cycle a nice giant Shark Typhoon next turn, but that wasn't bad. If opponent passes the turn, it does imply he is keeping up mana for the Almighty Brushwhack, but a 4/4 Shark Typhoon is great, and I can also draw a card off of it, so probably not blocking because there's no point in him because he can just pump, so probably has a follow-up to this. Coil Bugs, but that's still not good enough. I guess that's fine. Okay. I guess it's a 3/3, which isn't great, but I mean, I have nothing else to do, so can I pay for... No, this is only creature spells. So let's see, if I try this for 4, does it work? So I have to do it for 3. Yeah, that's annoying. I guess I have no choice because I do need to get a creature out to pressure him in the skies. Ooh, I can Gust of Wind whatever he lifelinks. That's not bad. And then I can also get in a nice attack, so let's do that. And I can get in a pretty nice attack here for 7. And then we'll say go, force the opponent on defense. The 3/3 flyer is still gonna chip in, still has a 2-turn clock, so he does need to find an answer to it. Don't think the Coil Bug is enough. Don't think I'm attacking the Glowstone Recluse, even though I could 2/1 him. I still think attacking for 3 is correct. And then I'll play land, and then hopefully I can get a spell. It's not going to do anything, so glad that I didn't attack. So I'm hoping he doesn't... if he get a land drop, he still has one more turn to negate this Shark, since he's going to be at 1 life, but Memory Leak is not going to cut it, I don't think. Ram Through is not going to cut it because he needs 3 power to answer this. I guess Ram Through with a Death Toucher was going to cut it, so... Wow, that was really lucky. Okay. So the opponent still has outs. Frostlinks? Frostlinks isn't bad. Guess we can Frostlinks and go for a nice attack here. And I'm fine sending in all. Oh, that was bad. Oh, at least he's chumping. Yeah, that was bad. Didn't expect that. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, that was kind of questionable. I'm hoping he doesn't get a land, because if he gets land, he can remove the counters from the Glowstone Recluse. I mean, Corpse Runner's still not great, because he can always get back a creature. Space Godzilla, so now he can cycle and give it Death Touch. Pretty annoying. Trumpling Gnar, though, can be quite nice with the Glowstone Recluse, but I guess he can kill something and then chump something. Yeah, the Space Godzilla isn't great. Guess I'll just mutate on the Frostlinks here. Maybe still fine trading, because I do need to force him to chump here. He gets another Death Toucher, sure. But I do need to, like, force him to chump, otherwise I can't get through. So yeah, that sucks, but I think this is correct. And then hopefully he runs out of action. If he gets a single land, that's going to be annoying, because he can just flash into Blitz Leech. So hopefully no land. A removal spell off the top would be amazing, though. Goriak, pretty annoying, since now he can still hold off the 3/3. So another close matchup. But so far we need to top deck something good here. And that's not going to cut it. Yep, that's not going to cut it. But just pass and say go. Yeah, the opponent's probably going to stabilize here. And now he can flash into Blitz Leech and remove counters, so definitely in a rough spot. Maybe need to find the Godzilla to maybe get across, since Godzilla can trample over. Yeah, that's going to be a problem too, so I'm forced to double block this, but at least I can still 1-for-1, so probably going to trade out the Spider for it. But I guess he can Blitz Leech and interrupt my... So I guess it's game over. Yeah, this is just game over. Opponent stole another one from me. Ah, jeez. If he didn't have Ram through, I think we should have gotten this. Okay, alright. I do want a rematch. This is a very good matchup against. I think our decks are definitely very, very close. Every single time I face against him, I got him pretty low, but then he managed to get a giant lifelinker out and steal the game, so I'm just going to queue in immediately, and hopefully I can face against him again. Well, nothing with the charge. With the charge with Forever Beast, these Ivy Elementals will be quite small, so I think we're mulliganing. Still kind of bad, but I don't think I'm going down to 5, so I think I'm keeping. And then, do we want more green? Do we want more blue? Don't think it matters. I think I might have to cast this game just to have black mana, since we do have a couple of black spells in the deck. I could also just cycle it, and hopefully I eventually get a swamp. An egg. Pretty annoying. Alright, Evolving Wilds can fetch us the swamp, so we could just cycle this crystal. Because I'm not sure if I'm ramping to anything. Don't have any large creatures in our opening hand. So this could be a mistake, but we'll see. Coil Bug, who cares? Find us one of our 2 swamps in the deck. I mean, if we just flood out, then I'm... Ooh, okay. Yeah, maybe we do keep on this Zagoth. We can turn 3 Zagoth Crystal into Godzilla, so maybe I still hold on to this, since ramping could be pretty important in this matchup. And then, okay, that's fine. I'll just kill it. I don't really want to take 5, so I'm probably going to kill it next turn. So in that case, do I even want to use the Zagoth Crystal? I mean, I can just cast this on turn 5, so maybe I'm fine still cycling it. Yeah, I think I'll cycle it. Just get some value while I can. And then we'll just kill it now. And then next turn we can play Naturalist and then still play Godzilla on 5. So even if we miss a land drop, hopefully we can cast this. But that wasn't a bad 2-for-1. We're still at a pretty precarious life total at 11, but Helica Glider, we can capture Sphere eventually, so not even sure if I want to deal fit yet. I definitely want to capture Sphere if he mutates onto it, but maybe I'm still fine playing out the Naturalist into Turtle and still take 2, and I should be fine. This can hold off the durable Coil Bug. If he wants to get greedy, I'll just capture Sphere. But against another weird deck, I think we should be okay this game. Opponent could be holding on to like a Blood Curdle, so... another Capture Sphere, but I think I'll tap out for Godzilla. We're not mutating. Because if he does kill Godzilla, I can always mutate it onto the Turtle, and I'm not really attacking for 6. Just gonna play the slow game, and the 0-5 could still be important. Corpse Churn, okay. Gain back Porcuparrot, and then... I mean, that can ping me, but I can always just Capture Sphere it, so... Both are pretty annoying. So probably need to force the Capture Sphere both creatures. If he has a removal spell, Blood Crow will be annoying too because this will gain Menace, but at least I can Capture Sphere the Helica Glider, maybe go for a double block on the Coil Bug next turn. So lots of options. I'm fine just taking 2 for now. You can still mutate this onto the Coil Bug. I guess not. Okay, I can also just cycle Shark Typhoon. So, not sure here. I think I'll move to combat and then attack for 6 because that's a lot of damage, and then I can still keep up double Capture Sphere and Shark Typhoon at its instant speed, so this is fine. I can even try to ambush with the Shark Typhoon. I guess that's fine. And then if he wants to put Menace onto the Coil Bug, if he wants to do that, I guess I'll just Capture Sphere now before that becomes a problem. And then we'll say go, and then I can still mutate the Godzilla, I can still Capture Sphere the Porcuparrot if he tries to mutate onto a Death Touch creature. Just want to prevent damage. Because this can get out of hand if he finds a Death Touch creature, so definitely important to deal with it ASAP. I'll just Capture Sphere right away if he decides to mutate so he doesn't go off with it. Because again, I'm taking a lot of damage. Or Ram Through. Ram Through can be kind of fun. I could still take 1. I guess I'll be down to 5, so yeah, this is fine. Just lock everything down from the opponent. Pings me for 1, don't care. I'll still attack for 1. Because why not? So both creatures down, still have my Ram Through. Can cycle a Shark Typhoon. Can mutate Godzilla and attack for 6. Glowstone Recluse? Yeah, 2/2 Shark Typhoon is probably not going to do it. I think it's better to just mutate. Get the value while I can. And then 6 is a lot of damage, so we're going to get in. And I do need a large creature to synergize with the Ram Through, so that's fine. Sure. I'll just get it back eventually. Oh, 1 mine isn't bad. I can cast Glowstone Recluse and pay 1 mana for it. Yeah, I guess I don't hate that. Pretty neat synergy here. And I can still keep a Ram Through. And Godzilla's gonna hit pretty hard. I guess that's fine. And I can even make a 4/4 flyer end of turn. Maybe that's just better than Cavern, but Cavern's also not bad. Yeah, I guess a 4/4 menace creature's alright. And I can still attack for 1. And this still forces them to use a removal spell. I can just kill that or gust it. Guess I want to just kill it. Yeah, killing it is fine, seems decent. And then I can cast a Wolf Bear too, so I don't even want to mutate Godzilla. Just get him for 5 because the block isn't good, and then the Wolf Bear can get him for lethal next turn, so just apply a ton of pressure, and we have Gust of Wind as interaction as well. Probably just another instant sorcery. Unbreakable Bond, we can just bounce that back. So now what? If I bounce this back, he can still block. I mean, I guess that's lethal because this is going to become an 8/8, so I don't mind just bouncing this back, honestly. And then just getting in for 8. Because the Humble Naturals will become an 8/8. Yeah, it's going to become an 8/8. He can still block, but that's not going to be enough. And then Exuberant Wolf Bear can turn this into a 4/4. So that's pretty much lethal. So yeah, not bad. Definitely going to hit take action, or else I'll be making a huge mistake. So some sort of Mardu Reanimator deck, kind of funny. More weird decks. I think the only normal decks we saw currently so far are the Black-Red Sacrifice deck, and then the opponent we lost twice to, the Black-Green Reanimator deck. So, definitely going to take advantage of quick drafts while you can. And yep, not bad, 5/2. Let's try to get to 7. Alright, we can cast the... I guess I don't mind just Backwater on turn 1, because I do want to cast my Humble Naturalist on curve, but as long as we have Humble Naturalist and 2 lands, I think we're good. If I top deck another land, though, I would probably lead with the... I wouldn't mind playing out in the forest and leading with the Brushwag, but since we didn't, it's safer to just cast the Backwater and then Humble Naturalist. Okay, the opponent follows suit, so we can Brushwag into Thieving Otter next turn, and that can be quite awesome. So another black-green deck. This could be... Okay, Vigilance creature. A little bit interesting choice. So now what? I guess I can't do much except cast creatures this turn, so it would probably make sense to cast a Brushwag and just cast the Thieving Otter and then just say go. And then maybe we can mutate onto the Thieving Otter next turn and attack. No reason. I'm not blocking the Moss Coat, so I'll take 2. Attacking with both. Okay, that's kind of questionable. I think I'm fine taking 2 here, and then the Humble Naturalist can even block maybe next turn if I mutate for 4. Heat Bonder, so probably some sort of Vigilance theme going on. So it's not going to be the easiest to mutate and attack into this. So might just be better off casting a Dark Bargain here, since the Humble Naturalist can easily block up the 2/4s. Yeah, the mutate just doesn't seem very good. I can make him discard a card, but honestly I think it might just be better to Dark Bargain and find some answers here. And these are 2 fine cards. I don't think I need the extra land. And then we'll say go. And if he plays out one more card, I'll just make him discard the final one next turn with a Mutate. And then maybe that can block off the rest of this. Pretty annoying. I guess he can get him for 4. Yeah, that's pretty annoying. Guess this block is fine. I could also triple block, but that does risk something. If he wants to use a punch spell, that's also fine. So, opponent's on Vigilance Tribal in the black-green deck. Gust of Wind doesn't accomplish anything, but Wolf Bear is pretty nice. I don't think I can double spell with Wolf Bear, so I think I'll find playing out the Thornwood Falls, gaining a life, and then playing out the Wolf Bear to hold off the 2/4s for now. And if he uses a removal spell, then so be it. Just play slow for now. And I don't think we're in any position to be aggressive. If he does play one card, I'll just Cavern Whisper here. But he doesn't, so he's definitely saving up for something. So I could just make another large creature here. Maybe make like a 5/5 Ivy Elemental. I could also just attack with the Wolf Bear and the Humble Naturalist. I don't have any instant speed, however, so that can be a bit of an issue. He can just double block the Wolf Bear, I guess, so I might as well just make a giant creature end of turn, so I guess we'll just make a 6/6 Ivy Elemental. And then just set up a large board. And maybe eventually go for an all-out attack, because he can just double block the Wolf Bear, which I don't want. And then I can Gust of Wind and set up an attack as long as I have a good board. So we'll see. I could see an end of turn, like, I think he's holding on to a Blitz Leech or something. I feel like there's something, because there's no way you can pass like 3 turns in a row and cast absolutely nothing. So is this a turn? I could Gust of Wind and also Mutate. But I guess I won't be able to make a 4/4 to Humble Naturalist. The Thieving Otter is still not going to do anything here. So do I go for it here? It's not bad. He does get to double block my Cavern Whisper as well. I guess the Mighty Brushwhack can also attack. Yeah, I think we go for it this turn, because I can't sit back forever. And hopefully I don't get completely blown out. And this can still pump itself into a 4/4, so even if he goes for double block, I should be okay. Nothing at instant speed, so hopefully nothing goes bad here. Maybe just a Blood Curdle or a Blitz Leech. It's either one of those, I feel like. Or maybe Lurking Deadeye. He only has 2 cards in his hand, so if he wants me to use my mana to pump the Brushwag, I'm still fine with it. Gonna kill the Goriak for sure. Do I want to pump? No, not really. I think this is fine. And then I can still play Thieving Otter. Question is, do I mutate? Yeah, let's just say go. We can always do it next turn. Because it is really suspicious with him keeping up all this mana. Okay, that I'm fine bouncing. And then I can make him mutate. I can mutate onto a Thieving Otter to make him discard his final card. Shark Typhoon. Okay, I can just cast a Shark Typhoon. Or Cycling. Maybe Cycling is just better. So this turn what I can do is I can bounce the Bristling Boar. I mean, I could just mutate onto the Ivy Elemental, to be honest. Ooh, actually the Glowstone Recluse mutate isn't that bad. Yeah, I guess this isn't that bad. It's not a good block on the Thieving Otter, so this seems okay. And if he kills the Thieving Otter, then it's still going to resolve. The Glowstone Recluse is still going to become a 2/3, so I guess that's fine. But I'm all tapped out. If he kills it, it's still 2/4. It's not that bad. Yeah, that's not that bad. Okay, that's fine. I can still attack with a 6/6, so still not a bad turn for me. And he still doesn't have any good blocks. You could have let this resolve, but I guess it gained counters, so that was nice. He can double block now. So I guess I could just Cavern Whisper and mutate. Ooh, actually I can tap it down. That's even better. Yeah, let's just tap it down now. And then I can mutate with a Cavern Whisper onto the Recluse. I think that makes a ton of sense. And it's going to gain 2 counters. So it's definitely going to be really difficult to block. And I can attack with both of these 6/6s. He could chump, but yeah, he doesn't have any good blocks here. So a weird black-green Vigilance deck. So he needs to top deck something good next turn. He can always just bring back the Coil Bug, but he's still going to be taking a ton of damage. So if he plays the Coil Bug, he chumps, he blocks. I guess Brushwhack can pump itself now. But the Giraffe is a problem, so maybe I'm forced to just trade now. So not sure, because I mean I can always pump this twice as well. So yeah, I think I'm gonna get him with both of these. And then the Brushwhack can pump itself twice, which is gonna be a problem as well. So, and that's trample, so he needs to deal with this too. I can still take out 2 creatures here, so I'm fine trading. How much power is this? 6 power, so I guess it's still 1-for-1, so it's not great. Guess I need to take out the Giraffid, which is very annoying. That sucks, and I'll pump this twice maybe to just get in a ton of damage. And then hopefully I can close out next turn as well. We'll see. Another land. I mean, I might as well just play the Shark Typhoon at this point, but let's say we send in all. This blocks here, this chumps here, this becomes a 7/7, so he can still survive if he puts 2 creatures onto this, so maybe I'm supposed to send in both of these still. So I think that's better, and then we can even make a giant Shark Typhoon, so he needs to like deal with this almighty Brushwag, which is going to be a problem. I'm fine 2-for-1ing him. Yeah, he needs to put everything in front, so we'll take out both of these. So that's a pretty nice exchange. Just for a Brushwag. Nice 2-for-1, and then he's forced to chump next turn against the 6/6. So it's probably a good game here. I don't see a reason to keep playing this because I'm just gonna draw. I'm just gonna swing all out. I guess he can chump and then take 3, but he definitely can't take 6. I guess he can block the Thieving Otter and chump the 6/6. I guess he wants to go for this approach. I'll just make a giant Shark Typhoon end of turn. Not gonna use it now because he could have instant speed. I mean, he could have a sorcery speed removal. Yeah, there's no way he's beating this. So opponent had a... Okay, alright, that's a pretty good one. So how much lands do I have? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I can make an 8/8 Shark Typhoon. So opponent can survive for 1 more turn. But we're just going to cycle this for 8. And yeah, I counted it correctly, so there's no way he's going to be an 8/8 flyer in the air. We also have ram through to close out the game, so yeah, we also have ram through, so alright, so one more game and final boss. And I'm hoping it's against that black-green opponent, but yep. Not bad for another archetype that we haven't yet explored for Ikoria. I mean, I have a recent video, but I didn't get to 7 with this, with the last one. But this one might just get 7, so yeah, let's just fire it off and not waste any more time. And if I win this quickly, I can just go over the deck. Hopefully the final boss isn't a cycling deck, because I haven't faced any cycling yet. If Quick Draft was a lot more competitive, I would definitely see a bunch of them, which is kind of funny because the Quick Drafts do help you rank up. But so far I've seen mostly jank, outside of 2 players. Okay. Let's see if it's the same guy. I think his name is like Yappy or something. Nope. Okay. So final boss. Let's see what this one has conjure up. Opening hand, not bad. A 3rd land does give us access to Zag of Triumph, and we're on the play. I'll risk it. And hopefully we can get a 3rd land going, so maybe I can Zag off Pristor or even just turn 3 Otter and start chipping in some damage. But I'm not going to make a 1/1 Ivy Elemental. I think that's a little bit embarrassing. This also costs an extra mana to mutate, so we can't mutate this for 2. Which is kind of weird, because usually mutate spells... I don't think I'm cycling this. It really depends. This does help me ramp into some nice... with the Elemental, so it's pretty nice, but I think I might just... turn 2 play Thieving Otter instead of ramping. But there's a chance you could just play Annoying Blocker, but... yeah, I think we keep it. Ooh, okay, never mind. Okay, let's get greedy here. Let's Zag off Crystal instead. And then we can eventually set up a turn 5 Space Godzilla mutates. And then mutate on the Thieving Otter is nice, because that would... I mean, I could just cast it, honestly, to hold this off, and that's quite powerful. Capture Sphere would be pretty annoying though if he takes it out, so I might want to leave the Ivy Elemental instead, or cycle a Shark Typhoon to ambush this, which is also not a bad idea. A 3/3 Shark Typhoon, lots of options. I mean, Capture Sphere would be pretty bad here, but I can really get value off of this Bao Quartz Space Godzilla. So yeah, I think I risk it. This is just going to become a 6/6 Trampler, so... I'm hoping he doesn't have a Capture Sphere. Gust of Wind would enable him a card draw with the Thieving Otter, but I can just recast it, but Capture Sphere would suck. But if he kills this, I can eventually just mutate on back again, so I think it's worth just bringing this out as fast as possible. And then we can even make a giant Ivy Elemental later, and then eventually just double spell. Land will allow me to Glowstone and the Thieving Otter, although I'd rather mutate with this to get the extra counters. Okay, Farfinder gets him a land, but I'm definitely going to attack with this. And hopefully he doesn't have a Capture Sphere. Okay, Wolf Bear? Maybe just a Wolf Bear. I can even get more value off of just getting an even larger Ivy Elemental eventually, so... yeah, I think the Wolf Bear is fine. And if he wants to use Capture Sphere on the Exuberant Wolf Bear, that's even better, since my Godzilla can start chipping in still for 6, which is a lot. So another Sultai deck we're facing against. Maybe it's another Sultai Mutate because he's also playing Farfinder. I mean, he's also playing Thieving Otter and Farfinder, which are pretty decent Mutate targets. But yeah, Godzilla on turn 4, really scary. So glad that I played out the Zagoff Crystal. Okay, Gust of Wind, but I still have a good blocker, so I don't know if I want to get in for 4 and trade. I guess it's a 2 for 1. Getting in for 4 is not that bad. Yeah, I just want to pressure him, honestly, and if he wants to double block with the Thieving Otter and Fast Reader, that's a pretty nice 2 for 1. And if he chumps, that's still fine, so we'll just recast the Godzilla. And then if he finds removal, he still needs to deal with a 4/4 attacking Wolf Bear. But I've been missing land drops, so he might take advantage of this. Crystal to ramp, so he's missing his colors. So I can get a pretty nice attack next turn, and then I can even make a giant elemental for 4 mana, which isn't too bad. I wouldn't even mind if I find land, I can double Thieving Otter and maybe trade off. But opponent is definitely speculating on whether or not he should use a removal spell here. The other way to drop it, that's fine, it's still a 4/4. Skycat, though, is pretty annoying. He's finally got a land, so I think I'm fine attacking with both, and then I can still play like a 4/4 Ivy Elemental, which is decent, so I'll go for it. Just wanted to apply as much pressure, and then I'll sack this, find my only swamp, and then I'm fine. Since I can't double spell, I'll just make a 4/4, which is okay. Because I could use another decent body to block off this Thieving Otter. And then just multiple 4/4s beating down is going to be a little bit difficult for him to deal with. Hoping I can find a Gust of Wind. Kogla, well, that's a strong one. If he takes out my Ivy Elemental, I guess he can chip in and draw a card. Okay, so I need an answer to Kogla. Capture Sphere would be nice off the top. But if not, I can just cycle a large Shark Typhoon, which isn't bad. I can also just mutate onto this on the Bio Quartz Space Godzilla and attack in for a ton of damage. That's 4 mana, and I can still cast a Thieving Otter, which isn't too bad. I do want to throw this away. Yeah, let's just do that. And then under is correct. And then I'm fine trading for Kogla here. And then I can still cast the Thieving Otter to maybe trade, and the 4/4 can still hold this back, so not bad. I guess he's fine taking 6, which is a ton of damage, and then the Thieving Otter is fine. I'm fine also taking 7, or trading the Otters. If he has a removal for Exuberant Wolf Bear, I'm fine just trading it. He can pump this like once, but that's not going to do anything. Maybe just make a chump blocker. This has trample. Yeah, if he has a human, that's going to be annoying since this can gain indestructible, so probably C here. And I'm fine if he takes out Wolf Bear. I'm fine taking 7 and then swinging back. The Thieving Otters can trade to prevent a card draw from happening, since this can't even attack past Kogla in the first place, so. But taking 6 is a lot, which I'm happy with, so. Alright, definitely going to block the 2/2 here. I guess I'm fine taking 6. That's fine. Yeah, taking 7 is okay. I don't really want a 2 for 1 myself. I could chump this later. I could just attack with all. I mean, I'm not really afraid of dying. I mean, if he has a pump spell, that's kind of bad, but next turn attacking all is pretty nice too. So I don't mind just going for it here, honestly. I guess he can always make a 1/1 with the Skycat Sovereign, so I guess I'm fine attacking for 6. Could see a removal spell. Yeah, let's just swing out. Let's just swing out. I think that's fine. I guess he can chump the bear, but he's gonna have to spend his mana for the turn. Sure. He can still make a cat. So kind of questionable where or not I should even tried that. So. I guess he's fine taking 2 and having me draw a card. So I could just cast the Thieving Otter and then cycle Shark Typhoon instead. Maybe that's just better. Okay, the trade is fine. I think I like to trade here. And then, do I just cast Thieving Otter to chump? It's not a bad idea. I'll just play it. And then we'll say go. And then I can make a 2/2 flyer. I don't... maybe that wasn't correct. Maybe I'm fine still taking 7 back and then playing defense next turn or mutating with the Godzilla. Maybe I can cycle this and then mutate the Godzilla onto the flyer. Maybe that's just better. In that case, I'd rather just take 7. Not sure. This card is definitely annoying, so... He can activate at instant speed. Maybe I'm fine taking 7. I don't think he has pump. That would suck though, but I think I'm taking 7. Because I think I need... This is the type of game where I need to kind of just... use everything I got that has Summoning Sickness. So I can't sacrifice. You can still activate this at instant speed, which is annoying. But I think I have to cycle here for 2. And a Brushwag 2 to chump. Okay, and we can also gain some life, so... Let's see, so if I mutate onto the Thieving Otter, he can just chump. And... yeah, I think I need to try this. And then attack for 6. He can make 1 chump, which yeah, let's attack with the Wolf Bear. I think it's fine. And then I can still cast a Brushwag to hold off the Kogla. So he can chump the 4/4, and then he can chump. I mean, he can chump with the 2/2, and then he still loses the cat. So that's not bad. And then so now I'm still fine taking 2 from the Bushmeat Poacher, but I do have a 6/6 flyer, so I do have a. At least I can chump here, which I don't hate. I think I'll chump with the Otter since I'm not looking for card advantage at this point. Just want to get in for damage, so. The opponent might be forced to sack the Kogla just to gain life. I guess he can also bounce it to give it indestructible, but I don't care. Because he's going to lose this has Summoning Sickness, and I think he'd rather gain the life in this spot. So I think I'm chumping with the Thieving Otter for sure. And then hopefully he doesn't have removal. He might sack this though, once I attack with a 6/6, which is still okay. But I'm hoping I can find some interaction perhaps. I don't think that matters. Okay. So he can sack this and gain a bunch of life. Ooh, ram through. That's not bad. So I guess I'll attack for 6, and then when he sacrifices the Elemental, I'll just ram through and kill the Kogla. He still needs to pay green for it, so I'm fine with him stacking. So trigger on the stack. So it costs 2 mana, so now I can ram through in response and take out Kogla while he's tapped. And then he will survive for one more